good peapods, how the devil are we? Welcome to the court of the Edijester. Beep, 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 and all that. Right, okay, so what we got for you today? Well, today I want to do a short analysis of a video in response to the discovery that we've got a ridiculous NHS gender clinic recruiting people who go by WPath. Now, I did a video the other day saying, hang on a minute, let's examine this. What are they asking for? What are they expecting this person to know? What are they expecting this person to be able to do? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Right, I was wrong. I was wrong with a big capital W. There's something terribly amiss. They're going to ignore CAS. That's my belief now at this point. They're going to ignore CAS. Now, Wes Treating has done some great work on the puberty blockers things, but they're just going to send young people straight to the hormones. That's what they're going to do at 17. And there's a connection here somewhere with Indigo. There's bound to be, with the Indigo service and the usual clowns that are involved with this at the top, in particular those in the third sector. So what we have is Lucy Powell responding to a question. Lucy Powell, Speaker of the House. I think it's Lucy Powell, isn't it? My MP. Hopeless. Responding to the Speaker of the House. So let's take a look and see what happens in this brief exchange, right? So we're going to go through it. It's only a minute long. This isn't going to be a long one, I don't think. So come and be a warrior teacher. Join us in November. Buy me a coffee, whatever you can do. If you like my work, please do support me if you want me to keep going. Okay. So let's take a butcher's hook and see what is going on here.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. An NHS Foundation Trust is advertising roles for psychologists working with children with gender dysphoria, saying that the applicants must practice.
Now, I'm really pleased that this question was asked, right? I'm really pleased that this question was asked. But the first thing that I would have to say is we now know that gender dysphoria is a completely nonsense word. It's actually part of the activist argot, part of the argot of the activists. So although I'm very pleased to see the question asked, I would like to have seen it asked in a different way. Let's continue.
In a gender-affirming manner. This is completely contrary to what the CAS review said. So can we have a statement from the Health Secretary on the implementation of the CAS review in the NHS?
So asking, therefore, a statement from the Health Secretary and the Speaker of the House, who's the person that's going to be answering this, is obviously not the Health Secretary, so we'll have to refer. But the answer to the question was yes. But it's not that simple. What's interesting is what the answer to the question was.
Well, I will ask the Secretary of State to come to this House with an update on the CAS review, but I think it is really important when we discuss these matters not to raise issues that...
For an update on the CAS review. That's interesting, isn't it? Don't you think the word update? Update implies a process. They've already accepted it. So what are they going to update on? They only have to say, yeah, we're following it completely, this is wrong. But they didn't. What do you mean by update?
When we discuss these matters, not to raise issues that may not be as fully as they seem.
What does that even mean? Issues that may not be as fully as they seem. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? These issues are clear cut. It ends. I don't understand why this waffle. Now, I'm going to go back a little bit just so we can get the context. Go back a little bit. Now, let's watch.
Discuss these matters, not to raise issues that may not be as fully as they seem. We've got to handle these issues carefully.
Is it me or does his face say it all? She's not even saying anything. She's just talking nonsense, which everybody does once they start talking about this rubbish. It rots the brain. Let's continue.
We do have young people and adults who do have real challenges with gender dysphoria. And
what does she mean by young people and adults? Remember, young people's a euphemism for children for these people, right? We do have young people and adults, right? This is what's called a Mott and Bailey. This is what's called a Mott and Bailey, i.e., you've got the Bailey, which is the CAS at the top of the hill, and the Mott, which is the water around it, etc., or the village generally that's outside it. This is a Mott and Bailey. That's what they're doing. So for ages and ages, it's been, if they say they're trans, they are. If they say they're a woman, they are. If they say they're a man, they are. Now they've gone back. They've gone, hang on a minute, we pushed it too far. So they've left the Mott, they've gone back into the Bailey, and now she's going back to the original gender dysphoria. Don't you think that's interesting that they're doing that? Yeah, they should be doing it. Because once you're in the Bailey, love, we're coming for you there too.
We do have young people and adults who do have real challenges with gender dysphoria.
I literally don't care. Right? It's about time we said it, and it's about time we said it proudly. And I don't mean this in a nasty way. I just mean I don't care. It's not something I'm going to care about. If you've got a mental health problem, and believe me, I've had my own, that's my problem. It's your problem. Okay? It's your problem. I don't wander around all day worrying about people that have got appendicitis. I don't wander around all day worrying about people that have got to have their toes removed. I simply don't. And I don't wander around all day worrying about people who are mentally ill. If you're mentally ill, it's your problem. Get on with it. We are not adapting a society to deal with these delusional people whose only route out of it is therapy. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing the Mott and Bailey? Now, is it because the government themselves have recognised that they're on a loser, or is it because she herself knows we're on a loser? And I've written to her numerous times. I've sent her the safeguarding issues about Manchester Pride, and never once has she deemed to respond to me. Never once. These people are appalling in their inability to recognise the danger of gender identity ideology, the danger of trans, and the danger of so-called gender-affirming care and the belief in gender and gender dysphoria. It ends. We need to make sure that what happens now is therapy only. This is a perversion of caste, and they aren't going to stop. They're going to say what you want to hear so that you can sit back and go, it's all right, everything's going to be fine. I genuinely, at this point, don't think it is. And I was the one that advised caution about saying it wasn't 3 days ago. I genuinely don't think it is. I think we're in real trouble.
Of mental upset as well. But I will look into the matter that he raises and ask the Secretary of State for Health to come to this House.
Right, okay, let's just stop that, right? I will look into the matter he raises. What? What do you mean you'll look into the matter he raises? This is on your radar, like, you'll look into the matter? What have you been doing? Okay? Now, that's my take on that. It's only a minute, for goodness sake, but that's my take. What's yours? You tell me in the comments, as I'm sure you will. You normally do. I'll see you all later. Come and be a warrior teacher. Buy me a coffee. Usual stuff. Subscribe. I need more subscribers. Other than that, listen, have a great day, okay? I think we're in trouble, but I'm going to wait to hear from you. All right? Yeah, I know. It is a bit worrying, but it's just another thing along the way, isn't it? Somebody called it whack-a-mole, which I thought was very good. We've heard that before, haven't we? Whack-a-mole. That as soon as we deal with some of these utter nonsense merchants, what you end up with is madness. Simple madness. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.